I'm going to tell you about the time that I almost went to jail. I wouldn't have been arrested necessarily. I would have been taken into civil contempt in Pinal County, Arizona. See, my name is Garrick McFadden, and I'm a Phoenix car accident lawyer with a Black-owned law firm, GAMESQ, that is located in the Maryville neighborhood of Phoenix. And around 2013, when I had a newborn baby, I kissed my wife and I kissed my baby goodbye. I got in my car and I drove, got my client from the airport, went to a Starbucks, and then took him to his deposition. The opposing attorney wanted to ask some questions about my client's personal and private records, medical records, his therapy records, which the attorney had obtained from his client illegally, without HIPAA, without a court order. But the judge did not believe that same-sex couples in Arizona had a right to privacy in their confidential medical records and therapy records. So he, the Honorable Bradley Seuss, allowed this attorney to question my client via his deposition regarding his private therapy records. And if this would have went forward, my client would have waived his rights, and thus the medical records, the exception would have been waived. And the judge said that if I didn't allow my client to testify, that he was going to put me in jail until the time I decided to allow my client to testify. Again, this judge did not believe that same-sex couples back in 2013 were allowed or should have privacy rights in their medical records. And again, there was no HIPAA authorization. There was no court order. My client never waived the privilege in his confidential medical and counseling records. And that is the reason I almost went to jail. I was saved by the Arizona Appellate Court. They called about 15 minutes into the deposition after I already instructed my client not to answer any of these questions. They called, said that we're going to have a hearing. And we had the hearing in the conference room. There was like 5 other lawyers. Only the person that represented the doctor who obtained my medical records illegally decided to weigh in. Right? The others abstained. They were in favor. They did not want to be on the wrong side of history, stating that gay people, same-sex couples, did not have the right to privacy in their medical records and their counseling records. The judge stayed the court's order so I wouldn't go to jail that day, that I got to go back home to my daughter, to my wife. I stood up because I had to. I'm not going to say that I was emboldened and brave to do it, that I was real big and strong. I was scared. I was going to be in jail, and I was scared, and I was going to be in jail for something that was stupid, because everybody should have a right to privacy in their own medical records. And this white judge did not believe that was the case. And I won. I created a case law in Arizona that protects the rights of all same-sex couples in Arizona. It's called Abeita v. Seuss, ABEYTA-VSOOS. My name's Garrick McFadden, and if you want a lawyer that will stand up and fight for you, give me a call.